Okay.
Now I'm ready.
All right. All right, looks like we're live. There we go. Thank you, everybody, tuning in. We're live today with Ashley from Artesprix. If you're not familiar, Artesprix are awesome dye sublimation markers, but so maybe you're familiar with them, maybe you're not. Ashley, why don't you give a little introduction to what are Artesprix dye sub markers?
Hey everyone, thanks for having me, Heat Transfer Warehouse. My name's Ashley, and as mentioned, I'm with Artesprix. We are the makers of iron-on ink, better known as Sublimation arts and craft supplies, and we have these awesome sublimation markers which give you the ability to do sublimation without a dye sublimation printer. So it's really fun, really easy, believe it or not. For those of you vinyl users and you've been waiting to dip your foot in the pond of sublimation, this is perfect for you. It's as easy as coloring on plain copy paper and then using a lot of tools that you already have, like your heat source, and we're going to transfer it to different items today, gearing up for Father's Day. So like I said, it's a lot of fun. So you're going to see all of our artistic abilities and how well we do today.
Perfect. Love it. Well, let's show off what we're going to be working with today. Brooke, what do we got over here?
Okay, so for our blanks, we have an apron.
Which is a dye sub, 100% polyester apron. So with any dye sub blank, of course, you need polyester garment or polyester coating. So that includes these koozies. Koozies for like a beer bottle, but they're in the shape of a little shirt. That'll be pretty cool.
And we got this little sports bottle that we're going to be.
Yep, and then same with all the hard blanks are that polyester coating and our white, which really helps to be a base for that sublimation. And then last thing we're gonna do is some pop sockets that have a little metal piece that's coated in that white polyester that you stick onto a pop socket. So that'll be pretty fun to work on.
Those are great, and today I'm going to be doing a sublimation pot holder, and I'm actually going to be theming it to go along with my apron here where we use Easy Subli. So I can tell you guys a little bit more about how we did that in a little bit, but this is what I'll be doing today.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, if anybody has any questions while we're going through this, make sure to leave it in the chat so we can answer those questions. Otherwise, I think we should get into drawing our designs.
Okay, do you want me to go over what you kind of need, like basic to, do a project?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you definitely, as I mentioned, you need copy paper. So no sublimation paper, just plain old copy paper, which makes things nice and easy because everybody's got that at their house, right? Then you've also got, obviously, the sublimation markers. They're a key part of any artistry project. Then, of course, your blank of choice, which we were just talking about, needs to be sublimation, polyester fabric, or as Heat Transfer Warehouse is saying, polyester coating, something that's specifically made for sublimation. Then you need something like heat tape or some type of spray, right, to keep your project in place to prevent any ghosting so we can have a successful transfer. And then some type of protective paper or just something to protect your project from your heat source, right, which Heat Transfer Warehouse knows all about heat sources and things like that.
Yeah.
So just to make sure you have those things on hand. And then some other things that I like to have on hand that just make things easy are like pencils and scissors, and just some basic supplies that you would need just to have to do all sorts of projects that you probably already have at home too.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty simple. I mean, honestly, like most people got copy paper and just the simple things that are needed for doing a dye sub project this way. So
well, and so many of your current customers already have the heat tape, things like that. So really you would just need the markers and maybe a few sublimation blanks if you're primarily doing vinyl at the moment.
Exactly. Great.
So.
Well, let's get into it. I'll move our camera over to our little design space.
I'll move the blanks over here.
Yeah, go for it. All right, there we go. We got the overhead view.
look at the lighting. How bright. Great.
Yeah, we got quite the setup over here.
Oh, there we are. I just want to get this in a nice overhead spot. All right, there we go. So we got our markers here.
Do we have a scissors over there?
Oh, yeah, we got scissors. We got scissors, all right. All right, let's just go for it then.
Right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make kind of like a template with a pencil, since pencil doesn't transfer, just so I don't go too crazy and design something that's not gonna fit on my blank, right?
Yeah, of course.
And it's just a nice idea to do that with pencil, because then that way you don't have any marks on the side of your blank or any border that you really weren't intending on having.
Brooke, can I bring yours over into the camera? Bring them over here.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Brooke, you
Sure.
take center stage because I think you're the more adept crafter of the two of us.
I
So
don't
you're
know about that.
working on the koozie, and you're just gonna cut a little piece of paper kind of to size,
Yeah.
just so you kind of know what space you're working with.
So I know the general
Yeah, that makes sense.
size of what I'm doing.
That works. And then I'm just using, this is just regular ink from a printer, but you want all your text to be mirrored. So I'm just gonna flip it over and put it over my light box. So then that way it's gonna help me with that mirrored text.
Awesome.
And I see you guys have lots of black markers too. I'm going to be using probably the round black tip marker.
Awesome.
And that black set comes with 2 fine, 2 round, and 2 chisel, and they are just perfect for your Cameo or your other type of cutting machines. And that's actually how we did the apron behind me, is we put the marker in the Cameo. So
Love
if
it.
you're not good at mirroring your designs or text, you can have the Cameo and your machines do that for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think last time I made the mistake of just writing it out how it was.
Oh boy.
For
It was still
mom.
impressive. It was still impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, good thing with mom it's MOM, so I guess dad would be the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least the A in the middle, right? If you do a capitalized A, it'll be the same both
Yeah.
ways. But yeah, it can be tricky. But you can also use other things like stencils. And then as you guys may have remembered, I was the ultimate cheater. Last time I did a Sublimation printer coloring page.
That's perfect.
That turned out great with the coasters.
Yes, it was, but it made it really easy. So for those of you who do have a printer and a Sublimation printer, and you're like, what can I use these for? They are perfect to create coloring pages for the kids, especially to do a project for dad.
Yeah, that's super. Yeah, I think just for Father's and Mother's Day, like these are such a awesome thing because of how accessible they are. And I just realized my camera flips the image, so I could check my work in our little camera screen. So
That's so true.
in real life, this is backwards, but you can. It looks like it's right reading because the camera flips the image.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Too funny.
Seriously.
Well, and currently, or before Artesprix, I should say, if you wanted to put somebody's artwork on, something, you did need that Sublimation printer 100%. But you scan it in and then you print it out and then you transfer. So in some might still be, feel it's the original, but how cool is it that you can get the kids involved and they can really see their work come to life in real,
For sure.
immediately.
All right, here's what I'm working on.
Are you doing a pop socket or what?
Yes, for the pop socket. So
Nice.
I can kind
Pop top is such a cool idea.
of show. So I'm gonna try and overlap it with some color with the text in the middle,
That's a good idea.
and I'm using the pastel colors. Do you ever like these?
And you know what else is great about that little metal blank is if you're, for example, a vinyl user who hasn't upgraded to a heat press yet,
Yep.
You can totally do these small projects with your home iron, especially something like metal. If you just want to think about as cooking, like lower temperature, longer time.
Mm-hmm.
But something like that that's metal, as in regards to sublimation, you can like experience it, right? You don't have to have a big fancy press, but it's only gonna work for those little projects.
All right. There we go. We went a little crazy at the end there, but
I think it's gonna look
I
good.
think that'll be good for the pop socket.
I'm getting a little crazy here too. Like I'm just using this to kind of get an idea of what backwards letters look like, but I'm certainly not tracing it exactly.
Yeah. All right, Brooke, which one should I show you? Are you doing the bottle or the?
I'm going with the koozie still. So
Okay, I'll try and get the dye-sub bottle going.
yeah.
Are you guys using an oven or a press?
We have a press here with us today. It's we'll show it behind us. We have the Walla Press Craft Press, which we actually used the last time we did one of these lives. It was brand new back then, but yeah, we were really loving the little handheld craft press for just these like little things like this and crafting stuff. It's super handy. And then we're using a just a regular kind of mug heat press for this. But we do have an oven that we use for a lot of other things, and we really love working with the oven and the shrink wrap.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
It's like I feel like it's that extra level of crafty.
Yeah.
With the shrink wrap and the heat gun and
There's just so much fun stuff to do with it.
Yeah.
We're doing just like even the bigger stuff that you really couldn't ever fit inside a heat press, you can do with an oven.
100%. And you guys have really, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to misspeak, but I feel like you guys have really expanded your sublimation blanks offering.
Absolutely.
Oh, we definitely have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you guys have so much stuff, and I think that's what's really important for anybody who's not familiar with sublimation is, like, basically I say if there's a version of it, like a pot holder in like normal life, then in sublimation life, it also exists as a sublimation blank.
Uh-huh.
And you guys have so much to choose from.
Yeah, today I think shows a pretty good kind of overview of how varied the blanks kind of get between, you got pop sockets, you got koozies, you got aprons, you kind of got everything, and that's not even touching like actual like garments and stuff for sublimation. All right, I'm gonna try and do like a little pattern here. So we're starting with
get some overlap.
Yeah, for the mugs are always good if you kind of cover the whole thing with something, I think.
It's better to have more than less.
Exactly. So we're starting off with some ties.
Can you guys see the ties behind me?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, dye-sub ties. That's right.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with those. But they're just so much, and like you were saying, all the blanks that you guys chose today show that the different materials. So you've got metal, you've got the fabric, you've got the neoprene, you've got
the metal.
Yeah, so much. So that's what's because that's what when people think polyester who aren't familiar with sublimation, they think fabric.
Yep.
So it's so much more than that.
Absolutely.
Okay, as soon as I'm done with my red here, I will show everybody what I've got so far.
For sure. Now, Ashley, have you ever done dye-sub socks?
I have actually. It's a lot of fun, and of course, you know that's where sublimation really is. You know, obviously I'm biased, but I think the best because in regards to laundering and apparel and things like that. Like, how cool is it that this design in the socks will be there forever?
Put out their stripes or like.
Maybe we'll do like a coffee mug. Because obviously that's a
dad mode activated.
That's a thing. Coffee mug.
Man, I'm just writing in reverse. Good thing I'm awesome.
So talented.
So talented.
Yeah, we did silky socks. Dye-sub socks are super fun. We just got in We're just testing out, actually. I don't even think they've been brought into our warehouse yet, of some new ones from them. Some like kind of no-show socks, I think. They're coming out with some kind of knee-high socks. So some
Now we're bringing in some other options.
Oh my gosh, so even just saying just that, like I just came up with like so many ideas. Like I just had a softball game last night.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be fun? Everybody could make their own pair of socks for the softball game for the knee highs.
Exactly.
And then anything that's like no show, you can do like all sorts of silly stuff because no one sees it, but you know you're wearing them, and that's just where things get fun.
Yeah, and they do look great because they're 100% polyester on the outside, so those images do come across really nicely.
All right, so this is what I have so far.
Nice.
And did you say you were tracing that?
Yeah, I traced it. So I just printed this out on Word, nothing fancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then since this is regular ink, I just flipped it over. So then that way I created my mirrored text with, and then I just saved these and I'll, use it next year, right?
Exactly.
Because, and so many would say, and this is kind of a good point to touch on, why can't I just flip this over and color on this side, right? And the reason I use a fresh sheet of copy paper is because you don't really know what's going to happen when you heat this ink up, right? It could go through the paper. Now, it's not going to be permanent because it's not sublimation ink, right?
Yep.
But it could still affect your design in a way. It still could transfer to your blank, and then but it won't be permanent. Maybe it would wash out, but it's just better to have a fresh sheet of copy paper with everything on it that is just Artesprix, and then that way you'll have like consistent results.
I'm trying to draw little mustaches, and I don't know if it's working.
It's working.
I think those resemble mustaches.
I'll make them extra little curly.
Those are cute. It's cute.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
And it's so nice that this is just plain copy paper. So, let's say you didn't like your mustache, even though it looks great.
Yep.
You could like, let's say you didn't like one of them, you could cut it out, right? That's an option. So then that way or cover it up with heat tape. Then it won't transfer.
Oh wow, I never even thought of that.
Or, yeah, like so sometimes if I have like the classic hand smudge because I'm a righty or whatever, especially with mirrored text, us right-handed people, right, suffering.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I have that smudge, I'll just put a piece of heat tape over it, and then I don't have to worry about it. Those mustaches and mugs look super cute. Mustaches and mugs.
That's so cute. It looks like something that you just printed off.
I can't believe you're freehanding all this stuff.
Oh my goodness, stop.
It's good.
It is good.
All right. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. You may fill this in like just a little bit more, maybe one more tie, and then I think we'll be good.
And I have my heat press set to 400. That little thing goes up to 400, right? Sorry, I shouldn't call it a little thing, even though it's it is little.
It is little. No, that's true. It goes up to, let's see, we have it at 395 right now.
Okay, perfect. So that's perfect for sublimation.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll be good for our tumbler, and this is what we'll do for our little pop socket. So I'll start cutting these out and getting these taped up.
I'm going for the bright colors, bright. And let's say you wanted to color this and then come back to it. You don't have to transfer it right away.
Okay, that's good to know.
You can transfer whenever you want. We have transferred things a year later.
Wow.
And they look great. So
super good to know.
While of course transferring your design and seeing the big reveal is all part of the excitement, don't feel like you have to do it, right? Right then.
Yeah. Little note about these, let's see, pop sockets, they do have a little plastic liner in this guy.
The protective film.
Yep, protective film. I have in the past forgotten to take the protective film off, and you can tell because it's a gross plasticky mess. Not good. Yeah, would not recommend that.
One time, I feel like it's funny. Like sometimes, because I'm admitting that I've done it more than once, right? One time I did it, and I was able to just peel the protective film off and do it again.
Oh, there you
I got really lucky, but most times you can't do that.
No.
And I think with traditional sublimation, it's probably a never.
Yeah.
And I just got lucky from a crafty side.
Right. Cool. So I'm just kind of lining my mug up here. I know this won't totally wrap all the way around. I'm kind of okay with that.
Oh, sorry.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, I just did all koozies, but that's okay.
That's okay. We can just leave the apron out. People can imagine.
Yeah.
It's okay. 3 of the 4, I think I'm happy with that.
It's okay. Ashley has an apron in her background
We've
over
seen
there.
It. We've seen what aprons look like.
I do, and it's, people are always asking, especially the the non-sublimation users, maybe the beginners, they're always talking about what they can do for black or dark garments or cotton, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that easy subli is perfect. And then I don't know, can people see that? I don't know if they can see that.
Yep, we can see it.
That's glitter vinyl.
Oh, cool.
So you guys have probably seen, traditional, obviously that's what Easy Subli was made for, right? So anything that's for traditional sublimation will also work with our markers.
Super cool. All right, so Brooke's
This is what I have so far. I'm almost done. I'm just going to add some orange.
love it. All right, so I'm taped up here. Brooke, you're taping up yours. All right, I think
Oh,
I'm gonna.
yep.
Yeah, you tape up yours. I'm gonna switch the camera back to its normal view.
Oh no.
Did it beep because it's at temperature?
Let's see. I think that's my. Yeah, that's our little little guy.
That's so nice that it beeps.
Yeah, it is nice that it will kind of beep like that. All right, just making sure we're looking good. My camera's steady. Okay, cool. So, there we go here. There we go. He's all set up.
Oh, that was scary.
All right, let's see. My heat press down here is heating up as well. Let me focus my camera again. There we go.
I love the vibe.
Yeah, these are new too since last time probably.
Yeah.
That was I'm glad we got those from Amazon. Put up some little lights for these. All right, so this guy is ready to go.
I think I'm gonna like this one.
Cool. You know what? I'm just gonna do my little pop socket top by itself while you're heating up all your.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Guys.
can you do this at the same time or?
No, you can't do them at the same time. I wouldn't do them at the same time because
Thickness.
thickness difference is a huge difference. So if it was just a bunch of the same thing, like a bunch of the koozies, we'll do a bunch of the koozies together, but we wouldn't do 2 things of different thicknesses together. That just would be
Pressure.
asking for trouble, as I would say.
Well, and most of the time, I shouldn't say most of the time, but you just want to be aware that in addition to thickness, things can have different pressing time, temperature.
True. Good point.
I mean, the 460 seconds is everybody's go-to, but you never know.
All right. Brooke, hand me mine.
You were what?
Oh, I have it right here. Okay, I got the pop socket set up, and I'm just gonna press this for 60 seconds. There we go.
Oh, the vibrate setting's on right away.
Yes.
Could do this on the apron. I don't know.
Oh,
If
it's gonna vibrate something off. Yeah, there's like a vibrate setting on the like wall press to like help you get some like extra like pressure on it, I guess. I'm just gonna leave it off for this one because it doesn't need
Too much.
like.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what I guess I don't really fully understand exactly
Like how that even functions inside of it.
how it helps because normal heat presses don't need that, but I guess normal heat presses also don't. They actually have a clamp for it, but.
You guys should. This is actually, I mean, because it's plain copy paper and because it's markers, that would be a fun experiment.
Yeah.
You could do like 2 drawings, blanks, and see if it really is brighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That's a good idea.
but this is almost done here.
Maybe I'll do the koozies in 2 separate. Ooh. It's probably super hot.
Yeah, it's super hot, so I'm gonna try not to burn my fingers, but I'll throw this off the side.
I'll
Okay.
get a koozie.
Cool. Brooke, you throw your koozies on here and do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna put my tumbler into our mug press because this is heated up now. So this is just one of the mug presses. These are kind of the same model as like the 8-in-1s and stuff. This one is just kind of made specifically for those kind of 20-ounce tumbler shape size things. This one does have kind of a plastic rubber top to it. So this is one you wouldn't want to put into an oven, which is a nice thing about heat presses. If there's any plastic that you can't take off it. So stick this in.
Maybe I'll turn.
Boom. And I'll start my timer on there. Yeah, the vibrate feature on the craft press.
I'm sorry, are you saying vibrate?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it like.
Can you hear it at all?
I can hear it. I can hear it. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't mishearing.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Yeah. Don't know why. But
That's cool.
that's a thing.
Yeah, you'll have to
She's-
take a little test to see like what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm almost done. I know everybody's on
No,
the
it's
edge
all
of their
good.
seat.
It's nice. We're all getting there at different times, so we all have something to be working on.
Different.
Well, and that's what also is really cool is like you can do something like that pop socket. I mean, like let's say you were like, oh my god, I need a gift so fast. I mean, if you want to do something small like that, you could do that in 5 minutes. Or you could take all day in color. Look how great that looks.
I'm trying not to burn myself, but
Don't burn yourself.
okay, here we go. There we are.
I don't know.
There we are. Let me focus.
That looks so good.
Focus. Boom. Nice.
That is so cute.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, as you can see, it's super, super vibrant, and they just transferred really, really nice.
And talk about homemade, right?
I know, it has the look. It has that homemade feel to it.
Yeah. That turned out really good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Stick that back there. Where's focus?
Okay, I think I'm finished.
All right.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna lint roll, right? Can't forget that.
Perfect. That is a good step.
So these are some, like I didn't list the lint roller on things you need, right? Could you do it without it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to lint roll.
Yeah, you can probably live without it, but it is and most people you probably have a lint roller. You could find one.
Yeah.
All right, my pop socket. I'm gonna zoom in again. Boom. Super bright colors there. And then
Ooh.
I'll quick show you how they kind of get this on here. There's a little 3M sticker, and you just kind of peel the top off that so you can see the adhesive, and then you just kind of stick your pop socket there in the plastic. So boom, that's how you do a little dye sub pop socket.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I bet the vibration setting not the best for dye sub, just in case ghosting.
Yeah, that's why I kind of turned it off for.
It turned out pretty good though.
That's really good.
I'm gonna do the back with the necktie. Oh, I have to tape it. but that one is probably ready.
This one's ready. Let's see this one.
I don't know if it's still warm.
Okay, now these things have a little hang thing, so make sure you don't do it upside down, right?
For sure.
Oh, that's cute.
Very cute.
So many awesome gifts for Father's Day.
Yeah, and I don't know, like neither of us are like trained artists.
Yep.
So
No way, you've totally fooled.
so it's very accessible. So whether you're just your family,
Of all experience levels.
yeah, all experience levels, your kids can get in on this. Yeah,
I think it'd be a super cute idea from kids.
for sure, for
like
sure.
Kids.
Then their drawings just have a lot more charm to them.
Well, and how fun would it be to have like a craft night with that? Like, how easy would that be? And you could even have, because I think sometimes for people who, like, let's say it's, you're having a craft night and you're hosting it and your friends are not even in your world at all, right? Something like that, a little press, keep it simple with the heat tape and copy paper, and they would have so much fun. I think it's really, really cool.
For sure.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
And anybody who might be a newbie, just make sure that your design is face down on the top side of your sandwich, because very often I'll see people put the drawing on the bottom side, and then you're asking the heat to go like through the coaster and heat it from the bottom up, which won't work.
Won't work, no.
So make sure it's on the top side.
All right. Did it move around?
No, but some of the stuff from the previous one must have been on the.
Oh yeah. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll even put something underneath, so that, because it's almost like the lint roller. Like if it's hiding, you might not see it, but that ink, once it's heated up, we say that the polyester or the molecules, not to get nerdy, right? But the molecules are looking for the polyester. They want to be on the polyester. So when that happened, you reheated it, and they were like, "I'm out of here.
Yep.
I found some polyester. See you later." And they went for it, and now it's there for a lifetime. So you just have to be careful about what might be hiding. Don't be afraid to use fresh sheets of protective paper and things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't put craft paper above it. That's probably.
That's a good tip. Just protective paper above it. Let's see.
But that would be so cute.
You guys.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, wow.
Love that.
That goes great with the apron.
Ta-da!
Oh, I love that.
The colors turned out awesome.
Super fun.
And
yeah,
that
I
black
love how
is
bright
super
it turns
rich.
out.
That's awesome.
It's so fun. And then he'll have it for a lifetime. You can throw it in the washer. It'll be there forever.
Yeah, all of these you can throw in the wash. Those colors will last. So here's Brooks. So I think you can
That's awesome.
Yeah, these are cute. They're like made for like a beer bottle, I think.
Oh my gosh! So on the weekends, he can still feel like he's at work.
That's great.
Got that little pocket, that little shirt pocket.
Nice simple ones. And then, of course, pop socket. It kind of shows what it looks like when you stick this onto your phone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So these are super nice. And then mug.
I love it. Now the pop sockets, do they come like in a set? Like, do you get like so many for?
We sell them individually and then in 10 packs also.
Oh, nice!
Yeah.
Very cool.
I think if you get them in a 10-pack, they're about like $1 a pop.
Yeah,
$1 each.
Very affordable.
So that's a great one to try this out. Pick up some pop sockets on your next vinyl order and some Artesprix markers and have some fun with your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's just a ton of different stuff. I think if you search our dye sublimation blanks, there'll be something for you. There'll be something that you'll use, even if it's like a pot holder or something. Like for sure you'll use that. Even if you're just testing it out, you'll definitely be able to find some stuff that will be a good fit for you.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, and especially like I was saying, now that you guys have expanded, you took the words right out of my mouth. There's something for everybody as far as a sublimation blank goes.
Awesome. Great. Well, Ashley,
Did we have any questions? We didn't have a lot of questions. I don't think. Maybe that's because we did such a good job.
yeah, maybe, hopefully,
It's
but
so well explaining.
anybody, if you have any questions, this video will be up after the stream is over, so leave any questions and we can answer those for you. Otherwise, Ashley, thank you so much. It was super fun, and we really appreciate you coming on and helping us out with some Artesprix markers.
Yes, it's so fun to color, of all ages. You're never too old to color. So thank you for having me, and I look forward to the next time we can get together for another project.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And we'll see everybody later.
Bye.
All right, stay on, Ashley, because I'll end this stream once I see us waving on the YouTube stream.
Okay.
It's a little bit more
That's
of
a good indicator.
yeah. Just watching. There's a good 10-15 second lag between the two.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm so happy with my project.
That's
Yeah,
so cute.
that's nice.
I love the grill, like the apron one too.
Yeah.